Today we're looking at Strongarm from the, let's see, Transformers Universe, or it's the Robots in Disguise 2015 Universe. Sorry, my cat is still trying to get my attention. All right, so we got Transformers More Than Meets the Eye from the Legacy United. This was on clearance in my Walmart. I don't know why. I mean, it was like the only one sitting right there for 20 bucks. The rest of them were like, 25 bucks. So not sure exactly why it was that price. Hopefully there's nothing missing in this, because when they're trooper, it means it was a return and there probably was something missing, or I don't know. But this still has the attached wires, so I don't think there's gonna be anything missing. Join me as we find out. Like, oh my gosh, stop grabbing my foot, cat. Well, I fight off my cat who never asks for attention until I get on a video. Okay, we got instructions. Those are made for other people. Clearly not for us. We got a thing of weapons here. Let's see what's in that before the cat attacks me again and I cut my finger off when I'm being attacked by him. Alright, so I think that's everything. It's hard to tell with these. Okay, so we got the lights that go on top of the car and a gun. Now on the back of the box, it doesn't give any data, any information, no biography, which I miss the good old days when they would give like a tech spec with all the information about who we're talking about here. But you don't get anything like that. You get instructions, but from what I've seen, they don't give you anything but instructions. I know you're like, well, isn't that what we're supposed to do? All right, let's see how many clips we got to cut off here. We got 1, 2, 3. That's how many times he licks to get to a middle of a Tootsie Roll Pop is 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, coming straight out of the package, let's take a look at her, and then also we're going to be transforming her into a car. I keep wanting to call her Chase because Chase is also well, pretty much like this. Let's see. Kind of shows the shoulders like that, and I like the shoulders like that too. It makes it look like she's not as incredibly long. All right. She's got a lot of kibble that makes it hard to articulate her. Is everything packed in as it should be? Because it looks like it's going to be nowhere I can pack it any tighter. All right, looking at her head, we can do a little bit of turning on her head. Oh, okay, so her transformation joint is keeping her head from turning all the way around. It's on a ball joint, so she can give you attitude if she wants to. We got shoulders that go all the way around 360 degrees. They go up 90 degrees. She has a bicep swivel. She bends at the elbows past 90 degrees. And that's going to get in the way while you're trying to play. Her wrist can swivel 360 degrees. Let's see. She has waist articulation. Nothing up above it. We have the crotch is a swivel and a joint. We also have a thigh swivel, but it's also got the high hip, so it's going to keep it from going too far in, which kind of makes sense, and too far out, so she can't walk bow-legged like she got off a horse. Her knees go 90 degrees, and she has well, let's just say she definitely has foot articulation. Okay, so you might want to be careful with yours when you get it out to play with. You want to make sure you don't want to get that foot, oh my gosh, getting that foot back on. Okay, I see. You gotta come from that side. It's got a little indentation on it. Okay, so overall, it's a pretty nice little figure. She has one handgun, which I guess she could be right-handed or left-handed. And then this thing, there's holes right here on her arm. I guess you can put it on there to make it like a shield, sort of. I would pretend like it's an energy shield. She has an other joint right here, which you can also put her gun. Now, sometimes I like to, if I don't think of them as like more humanoid and more like if this was something I piloted, like she was not sentient, I would put the gun there, like in the hole, so I'd have the hands free to use as mandibles or manipulatives. She also has holes in her feet, which obviously work for like those skeletons or whatever you want to attach to her. And of course the holes right there would work as well. She's got a hole in the back, which is probably where the sirens are going to go, the siren lights. All right, transforming her. Now I'm just going to, again, I could go by directions and I might need to, but I'm going to see how intuitive the design is just for like from transforming things over the past since the 80s. How many years is that? 40 years of transforming. Now, to be honest with you, I've been transforming toys before the Transformers came out. Well, how did you do that? There's something called Shogun Warriors. Yeah, if you know what Shogun Warriors are, good. You're at the right age. I know a lot of Transformers fans are like just 10 years younger than me. So I understand that because, you know, I was probably 14 or something whenever the toys came out, and most people 14 don't play with toys back then. But I was still, I was like, screw growing up. Why would I want to grow up when I could have fun? And besides, girls had cooties. I mean, why would I want to waste my time on girls? Ugh, gross. All right. I feel like something's gonna have to go right here. Like there's a switch here for some reason. Like this has got something going on with it. Okay, I feel like that. See that right there? That has to do something. I mean, even though it's perfectly put where it should be, I guess. But I feel like maybe it's supposed to come out so you can reposition it. Oh, you know what? I bet this is the back part of the car, so it's got to come out for that. All right. I don't know why people come down to the beach to make their motors really loud. Getting it out, man, that's a doozy. Okay, got to get it unhinged first, I guess. A recon. Okay, so do the doors come out like a normal door then? Because look, it's got like that. Huh. All right. You recompact it back down again. Now, since these are the rearview mirrors, this has got to be the front of the car, although this looks more like a front of a truck or whatever the heck this thing is. I know this is not from my, like, Robots in Disguise 2015. I didn't watch it. I had one of the figures that this character is based on at one time, but it wasn't my thing, so I wasn't that into it. All right, I feel like I probably should have put the legs over before I got all that. Okay, you pulled these out. I think this is where that big old articulation joint comes into play. Like those feet. But then where will they go? There seems to be something about the feet that there's a reason why it does all this, but I can't see it going all the way in, and there's nothing else on here that turns it around. Like there's not like the blue plastic's all one piece, so it's not like you get around. I guess it's just gonna be sticking out when you're done. I bet we still have to fold it all the way up like we do with the older cars. Like this goes all the way up, like out of the way. I don't imagine it would be like an extension to make a really long truck. That would be ridiculous. Well, now that I got the front all locked into place, I probably need to move it, so. Oh, you know what? There's a joint like that. That's probably what you have to do. You have to probably pull it in. I guess you do have to turn around at the waist because that's about to be pulled all the way in. So that waist articulation point, it came in handy just then. There we go. It goes right there. This goes right there. And then now the feet can fold in without having to worry about it. That plugs onto there. That's a weird looking vehicle, I'll tell you what. And let me re-establish the front again. Oops. All right, I think, okay, so you can't just squeeze it together, you gotta slide it. Okay, that sound right there, you just heard that. That's a squirrel. My cat's over there terrorizing a squirrel. He's up in the tree, like, flicking out. His tail's flicking, he's like scared to death, and my cat's gonna go up the tree and get him. Good, at least the cat's leaving me alone now. He's got somebody else to play with. He's got a squirrel. He's got a squirrel friend. Trying to get everything, it's like so many little things to peg in. I can't quite, that one was already pegged in and I screwed it up. Some and others you got to come together. Oh, there we go. Okay, those slide into little peg holes right there. All right, it's starting to come together now, although it's got a lot of holes in it. Oh, okay, that's how it looks on the box, so I guess I'm just over analyzing it to death. There we go. All right, so that's still not quite right. That's sticking out like it shouldn't. There we go. Okay, so things are popping into place now, finally. These probably close in, I'm guessing, because kind of makes more sense that way. Now it just looks like, I don't know. If it's not supposed to be like that, it's going to have a big gap in the back, so that's what I'm assuming. All right, the lights go on top. The red light's on the right. Like it matters. Okay, and then the gun, I guess you park the gun in the back like it's a tow truck. Although I wish there was like a thing right here to pop on right here. Like maybe she would have a shield. If I made this, I'd have her having a shield and it would pop on the back of the feet to hide that, because that's kind of ugly. But then again, the original one I had from back in the day for this particular character, it was kind of ugly too. It was not it didn't look very good. This one looks a little bit better. So there we go. I got a lot of sunlight behind me right now. All right, so let me know if this is one that you picked up, and if you think it's worth $20. I think $20 may be fine. I would honestly, this feels more like a $15 figure. It feels very, the wheels, look at the wheels. They look kind of like, they could do better, I think. I think this feels more like it's a $15 figure. I wouldn't pay, in my right mind, $20 for it, but I guess I did. All right, so have a great Transformers Tuesday, and let me know, again, if this is what you picked up. And I think her face looks like a Lita 1 that I have. So we'll see. See you guys later.